What is going on, you guys? Admiral Tori here, and welcome back for another World of Warship video on my channel. Now today I'm going to be sailing the Tier 6 American battleship New Mexico, also known as the Queen of the American Navy. So the New Mexico, what makes this ship very special? Well, I can tell you right now, the New Mexico is like the Fuso. It's a ship that you must have, and is definitely one of the most fun ships to play on World of Warship in terms of the battleship category. So the most distinguished characteristics of the New Mexico is the fact that it has triple cannons on its turret for its tier. You don't see that often on the battleship, but majority of the battleships that play at early tiers are twin cannon setup. But for the New Mexico, this is triple, and that what gives this ship a lot of firepower. You can blast a lot of battleships out of the water and cruisers. Now, the turret rotation speed is not that hot like any other battleship. It's decent, but not as fast as you expect it to be. It's slightly slower than the Fuso, but not a lot. The armor on the ship, the armor on the ship is ridiculously powerful. If you know how to angle your battleships, then the New Mexico is a very potent battleship to be dealing with, and you don't want to go against the New Mexico up close and quarter battle, especially when you're playing a battleship or cruiser, because the New Mexico will win close quarter engagement unless you're a destroyer, which is an exceptional situation. So the cannons are really nice, the armor is nice. What else is nice about the New Mexico? Well, the AA defense is also top notch. It is actually better than the Fuso. At the end of this video, I'm actually going to have a comparison between the Fuso and the New Mexico, what makes these two ships different. But in reality, to me, the New Mexico is like a brother of the Fuso. And what I mean by brother of the Fuso, if I say that you must have the Fuso, you gotta have the New Mexico, because these two ships are very solid. Now, admittedly, when I first started playing the New Mexico, I did not enjoy playing this ship. I don't know why, but in early matches, the first problem with the New Mexico when you start out with it is that the range on this is ridiculously short. I think the maximum range is 13 kilometers, and once you get the fire control upgrade, it goes up to 14 or 15 kilometers. And then once you get the upgrade, which increases the range, I think this is the upgrade you must have for the New Mexico. Your maximum range you can get on the ship is 17.3 kilometer. So what I mean by this ship being a juggernaut, if you play FPS shooter, there are like certain roles people in some games, they're like certain particular soldiers who are very heavily armored and heavily HP, but don't do a lot of damage until you get up close to them. That's how I feel like in New Mexico. It feels like a juggernaut running with a shotgun due to this lack of range. So the range is not so hot compared to the Fuso, which has 21 kilometers of range. But in New Mexico, the range is doable once you get the upgrade and the fire control system. So the speed, like any other American battleship, tier 7 and below, the speed is very slow. Speed is very important to me when it comes to warships, because I play strategically. A lot of people don't think of what they're doing. They really simple-minded, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just go out there and shoot a lot of battleships or ships you want to kill. Well, speed plays a role in terms of positioning. If you get in the wrong position and you can't get out of the position in time, or you need to get into position at a key moment where to help your teammate out, if you don't have that speed, you're not going to be helping your team, nor are you going to help yourself getting out in a pickle situation. So I think speed is very important, and the New Mexico lacks a lot of speed, and it is expected for a tier 7 and below, because you're trading speed for armor. And the fact that it has a small engine, small engine, heavy ship, the logic's behind it, but having a small engine, a small boiler room, makes the New Mexico very difficult to be Citadel. So if you know how to angle your armor, get within range, and position yourself with the New Mexico early into the game, you will definitely do really well with the New Mexico. The AAs on these things, it actually has the Bullforce, my favorite AAs in World War II, because I see them all the time on American carriers, and they're proven very effective. They actually replaced the old AA, which were nicknamed the Chicago Pianos. I don't know what the Chicago Piano actual name was, but it was nicknamed the Chicago Piano because of the way it sounds. But The Bull 4s are really nice. The A's are much better than Fuso, to let you guys know. It's kind of typical to figure that out in American battleships, or actually American ships in general. They really have top-notch AAs. But doesn't mean that you're going to save you from torpedo bombers and dive bombers. What else about the New Mexico? The turret rotation speed is okay. The firepower on this is really solid. Oh yeah! Aside from speed, the rudder shift time on the New Mexico is very solid. Due to the fact that it's being a short ship and slow, it's able to rotate its rudder really fast, so you can dodge torpedoes easily. Aside from that, I got nothing else to say about New Mexico. It is definitely an impressive ship. So at the end of the video, I'm going to do a comparison to Fuso and New Mexico like I said, and let's get in the battle and see what she can do on the field. Okay you guys, we are in our first match with the New Mexico. And we're playing on the map Cross Strait Domination. So the first thing I want to do is just get up to speed right away because this ship is very slow. Like I said, I can't repeat myself so many times about how slow this ship is until you get to the North Carolina and those very nice American battleships that have about 150,000 to 200,000 horsepower, especially the Iowa. The Iowa just flies through the oceans. So we're going against a Congo and a lot of cruisers. So I gotta give prop to this game. If we actually dominate in this game, I don't blame that fact because they don't have a battleship that can contest me except the Congo. But the Congo, if the Congo player knows how to play, he can definitely contest me. So we do have a lot of Clevelands and actually overall a lot of cruisers. Normally, for the New Mexico to be very effective, I need people to escort me. But I can't expect much from a random matchmaking. Yeah, you're probably wondering, why don't you just queue with your friends? Well, none of my friends actually catch on to this game. I'm the only one who actually catch on because I'm a World War II guy. Because I really enjoy playing World War II. My friends enjoy playing other types of games. They're not really into World War II. That's why I love playing World of Warships. Okay, so in the distance, we actually spotted the Mermans and the Omaha. Congo is out of my range, and I just spotted several destroyers. Let's see what we can do with these 14-inch guns. So Merman slowing down. Let's fire right now. Now the reload time on these guns are really long, so you want to make every shot worth. I don't think I give enough lead. No, didn't give enough lead. That sucks. I don't want to get too close. This ship is very good at defending, like I said. It is slow, but the benefits of having a lot of armor is that you can defend really well. Aside from getting set on fire like right now. Omaha is one that set ships on fire. Let's try to find a nice broadside like this Bloomberg, if I pronounce it right. Let's give it more lead. My frame rate's dropping like crazy. Come on. Oh, one Citadel. What a lucky shot. Congo is hitting me. So let's focus my attention to the Congo because battleship go against battleships, cruiser go against cruisers. Incoming torpedo bombers. Alright, Congo. You're picking a fight with the Queen. Yeah, he is really picking a fight with me. Come on, shoot down. Shot down one plane. Wow! 14,000. 6 hits. Really nice accuracy. Like I said, 15 to 10 kilometers. This ship really shines a lot. Those are solid hits. Looks like Congo doesn't want to mess with the New Mexico. I'm trying to keep my distance from the destroyers right now, so let's see if we can kill this Congo, put him out of action. The cannons, the sound effects on these cannons are really good. I don't think I give enough lead. Oh wait. 4 hits, torpedoes dead ahead. Oh no, no, New York, no! No! You're gonna sandwich! Jesus Christ! Oh my god, bloody hell. Well, I guess we can call it the New Brothers. Alright, he's refusing to... Oh my gosh. Oh no. This is not good. Why? See, the problem with American battleships is that they're really slow. So in this kind of pickle situation, he takes a while to turn. Alright, let's see if we can kill this New Merc. I know for a fact that I'm not pronouncing the ship right. There is actually a proper pronunciation for the ship, but I'm not German. Wow. Look at that firepower. So I'm gonna rotate the turrets to the right. I believe when you get the hull accurate C, your turrets actually rotate faster. Initially they rotate really slow, but maybe it's just me imagining they rotate fast. So I'm not sure, but I feel like they rotate faster when you get the new hull upgrade. Check the minimap, looks like they're actually going for the offensive take on B. Sometimes it takes a while to judge when they're gonna, what the team's gonna think about, because sometimes both teams just defend, sometimes both teams go for the offensive. It looks like the enemy carriers are smart enough. Wait. Oh, he went for the New York. I thought he was gonna go for me because I'm a better asset than the New York. We gotta take out that destroyer right there. Let's see if I can radio my team.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Oh crap. These cruisers are getting dangerously slow to our cap. So we gotta have to stop them. And this is perfect. Amazing situation for us. Except that destroyer is gonna intercept us. Alright. Let's see. See, torpedoes are coming. I don't know how I can make it. I'm probably gonna take several torpedoes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take 2. This sucks. Look at that. Torpedoes just kills the ship. I don't think the New Mexico have, what do you call, torpedo belts. I might be wrong, but it may have a lot of armor, but doesn't mean that you can take torpedoes. Let's put this Omaha out of commission. I should kill him. I should really kill him. There we go. Let's sit it out the bow.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Let's pop the repair. Alright. So I'm gonna try to pronounce this German ship. I think it's called the Karlsruhe. Okay? I think that's how it's pronounced. But I know a lot of people who really, you know, don't like people butchering the ship's name. I'm sorry. I don't speak German, but I tried. In the future, I'm gonna get some German ships out there because I really like German naval and German technology in general. They're my favorite. In my opinion, they're my favorite military out of World War II. On the land. Hopefully that's Citadels. No, there's no way that's gonna Citadel because that's the rear, right? 5 hits. Look, that's really accurate for that type of shot.
Torpedoes astern.
Incoming torpedoes. Maybe I should slow down. Okay, that Mitsuki is a big problem. I'm just gonna switch to AP. Actually, we won. Nice. Short game. As usual, we're gonna go for a round 2. See how well we do. Second place, our Cleveland completely destroyed a lot of ships. I'm assuming they killed a lot of cruisers. Let me see. Team score. Yeah, we completely landslide these guys. But let's play another game and see what we can do with the New Mexico again. Alright, you guys, we're in our next game with the New Mexico, the Queen in the American battleship fleet. So we're going against, we actually have a South Carolina. So we're going against a New York, Warspite, and another New Mexico. I don't know where exactly I should go. Maybe I go right. I should go right, huh? Join up with the fleet. So there is definitely a lot of cruisers on your team, but we have a lot of destroyers. We should be able, in theory, we should be able to win because we have 4 destroyers, and should really be able to cap the flag for us. But don't expect how the game will end, because anything could happen. So we got 2 Clevelands, and they got a Cleveland Iowa, Omaha, the Gonikbek, I think that's how you pronounce it, Furutaka, Karlsruhe, that's how you pronounce. It's a lot of foreign names for me to pronounce. There's Metsuki going. Look at her go. She's fast. Are we gonna go for the offensive team, or are we going for our defensive approach against these guys? Should I go through middle and kill everything I see up close, or get torpedo at middle? All these options I can just pick. Let's get a nice view of how fast this New Mexico goes. I really do like the superstructure design. Look at that balcony. Enemy ship spotted. I don't want to ram in this Congo like the other game where the New York rammed me. Like, what are you doing, man? It's a little too early to use the scout plane. Cleveland showing a bow at me, so not a good target. I'm gonna go this way because it looks like the enemy team is gonna take this point, which is east. They're pushing east. Now I really wish I had the Warspite. I remember when I got this game, it was there in beta, and I was thinking of buying the Warspite, and it was the decision that I should have made, but I wasn't fully committed to playing this game at that time. And the Warspite is very similar to the design of the New Mexico. It's just that the Warspite has twin turrets, and they're much more accurate. It's probably the most accurate battleship to get in this game right now. I see some gameplay. She is one beautiful battleship, Warspite. Alright, Ioba. Someone's gonna finish him off. Oh, there's a lot of ships. Let's engage the scout plane. See, I can hit this Warspite. Minikaze in the distance. This is a tough shot. Yeah, it is really tough. I think I gave it too much lead. Maybe not. I've been lucky enough to land one shot. Oh, nice. How much damage did that do? Oh wait, I had HE on. Oh man. It probably would have bounced. I set him on fire at least. Okay. New York in the distance. Oh, the damn smoke destroys screening. I think I'm gonna play this defensively because this ship is not good at rushing across the map, so I'm gonna stick it defensively and hold off the enemy line. Full broadside? Oh, is it too? No, it looks nice. Looking really nice. 5 hits. Look at the accuracy on this thing. He's within my range. Let's see if we can get another salvo down. South Carolina, don't leave me. Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna actually go left. Because a lot of people don't care about their position, but I do a lot. So this ship is slow. It takes time to set up your broadside. So you want to do it early because it looks like the enemy team is gonna go on that side where the South Carolina's at. And if I go that side where I want to face them, I'm gonna be caught up in 1v4. And that doesn't sound fun. Alright. He is firing at me. Well, another lucky citadel. Or maybe the Königsberg is really easy citadel. I'm not sure. It's one of those two options. I don't think he want to mess with me again. Oh, show me that broadside. I think you're dead. He's dead. He's gotta be dead. Yeah.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Alright. Closest battleships, Warspite. British versus America, a classic fight scene. It's not the Revolutionary War. Oh, that's just beautiful. Yeah, that's just beautiful. The one ramming the island here. You guys notice that the New Mexico strength is defensive play. Okay, that is just beautiful right there. This is the repair. I'm actually gonna make it right. Hopefully I can make it right in a nice equal manner with this gentleman. Angling my armor really hard. Oh, he's running away. Can't let that happen. Come on. Make it in time. 10,000. 4 hits. My gosh. Like I said, this thing's like a shotgun up close. You don't want to mess with it. It looks like our offensive fleet has been taken out, so now we're gonna get sandwiched. But I'm actually enjoying this match, so no harm, no foul. Oh, killed him. Let's see if we can citadel this German cruiser. Wow. Wow, that was just one epic miss. This way we can take out this New York before the other fleet catches up to us. Oh, those torpedoes looks very beautiful right there. What? Oh crap. Oh no. Those torpedoes are not gonna hit me. I'm gonna trust the team on taking out that New York, because we need to put some firepower and lead down this side. Some freedom shells coming downrange. Looks like Cleveland is parked on a nice island. He's gonna pay for that, right? Right? RG? Right? No! No! What the hell is that? Oh crap, New Mexico. Enemy New Mexico spotted. Furutaka. I knew New Mexico would pick on me. I knew it. Oh, nice hits, nice hits. So we can finish off this Furutaka. Nice. Wow, I'm impressed that I can't citadel that. Looks like a citadel. Alright. Battle of the Queens. Who's the real queen, huh? Hmm? You think you could... oh, it's turning. Forget that. There's no point in shooting at New Mexico, trust me. There's really no point. I might as well kill this Cleveland, because Cleveland is a very powerful cruiser. Look at that. Look at that, 4 hits and barely doing damage. Bounced it really well. You don't get those often. Cleveland is moving at a nice angle for me, so I can actually get that citadel. I'm bouncing New Mexico shots. There we go. Slow down a little bit. We need to kill that destroyer. Oh shoot. See, Battleship players face a dilemma. Should I shoot that destroyer because I know for a fact that I'm gonna miss a lot, or do not a lot of damage? Not a lot of damage because I don't have AP loaded. I mean HE loaded yet. But he's coming for me. Let's decommission you. Yes.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
All right, maybe I should start turning this way. All right, I think Isokaze is an issue. I really want to face out New Mexico, but Isokaze is taking our cap, and I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Everyone's job. Switching to HE after this salvo. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That was a well calculated shot. Now I'm gonna probably crash into this island, so I'm gonna slow down. And now, the grand finale is to face at New Mexico, because that's my real enemy. Actually, I'm gonna try to back it up. Normally, you don't do this with what's it, Japanese battleship, because I have a lot of armor and they don't. They have decent armor, okay? Decent armor for battleship. Just nothing compared to Americans. Americans just love to put as much things as they want. The most armor, the most guns, everything. So I'm gonna just see if I can do some critical damage on those turrets. They're just bouncing. Which way is it which? Does it turn this way? Yes, this way. Yes, some reverse standoffs. Let's back it up. Looks like New Mexico is focused on our Isokase. Maybe not. Looks like he's pointing at Isokase. Pretty bad for not shooting at this New Mexico. It'd be rude not to shoot at him. So yeah, one thing about American battleships, they can really reverse well, because the front and the back look the same. He won't be expecting this one. He won't be expecting the reverse tactic. Oh, both ships are here. Nice. Omaha's low. I think this is our victory. Alright, New Mexico. Ah! Here comes the salvo! And eat one of these! American firepower! Whoa! I just citadeled that. Man. Coming hot! I am coming hot with the reverse. You just won't expect this. I did say that it was tough to citadel in New Mexico, but if you hit under the magazine, it's possible. It's just really rare. You gotta keep trying. Oh, he gave up on me. He really did give up. He's gonna burn to death. So I'm just gonna fire that. Blow that up. Coming. Oh, wait, this way. Is this one? Is this one right? Yeah. To go right? Is it? No, we actually won the cap. That was actually the best game I played with New Mexico, honestly. That's one of the best games I played. Let's see what we got. We top on the list on this team, but 122,223 damage with 61 hits. 61 hits with AP. That is a lot of damage, I gotta admit. Alright, let's head back to the dock and I'll explain the difference between the Fuso and the New Mexico and my feelings between these two ships and what I really prefer. Alrighty, you guys, it is the moment of finale to compare the New Mexico against its counterpart, the Japanese Navy Fuso. So I want to state a fact before I compare these two ships. these two ships are really good ships. If you give me a New Mexico or Fuso a choice, give it to me for free or give it to someone for free, I'll be happy to take either one of these ships. Because these two ships are very solid ships. They're very similar in terms of what they can do in game. Their capabilities, their performance, their power, their enjoyment. It is really fun, and it's to a point where I can say these ships are premium ships. That's the value of these ships I see it as. And I also want to note the fact that these are my opinion because I'm going to state at the end of the video what I prefer more. So, the New Mexico, the key things that are advantageous against the Fuso is that it has better armor, better AA, and to a certain extent, it has kind of better cannons in terms of close range engagement. The Fuso, what makes it better than the New Mexico? The Fuso is slightly faster, like I said. The positioning is very key for me. That's my philosophy of when it comes to battling. It has better firepower in terms of medium to long distance, and it has more health, slightly more health. So which ships is better in my opinion? Well, the AA on the Fuso is not that great compared to New Mexico, but it's not too far behind. The Fuso can easily get Citadel, so you gotta consider the fact that Fuso armor is decent, but not to compare to the New Mexico, because New Mexico armor is beyond Fuso's league, simply because the American followed up with the idea of all or nothing armor up on the Citadel. I'm gonna say the fact that, in my opinion, to a degree of 5%, like 5 to 10%, I prefer the Fuso over in New Mexico. And one of the biggest reasons why is that in most case scenarios, let's talk about a particular scenario why I might prefer the Fuso over the New Mexico. The games we play on World of Warship is never ideal. You get into situations where you wish your team was there, and sometimes you wish you did something else, or anything could happen. On average, I actually do better with the Fuso than New Mexico, or adapt to situation. It doesn't mean that I have to have a lot of points to do better in another ship. It's just me doing better in situations such as holding the line against the enemy. The range is one of the key factors of why the Fuso is better than New Mexico in many situations. It's because how often do I actually get in a game where cruisers escort you? That's the issue with the New Mexico. I didn't even talk about the secondaries. I had a situation with the secondaries on the New Mexico. The Fuso secondary is much better than the New Mexico. I want to point that out also. But the New Mexico, the secondaries they're there, but they're not as accurate from my experience. I actually had a situation where there was a destroyer that was under around 1000 HP, and my secondaries were opening up for 1 minute, one solid minute. And only one hit was on the ship. I only hit the destroyer once and it did 200 damage, and the destroyer was still alive before I can finish it off with my primaries. That really shouldn't happen, especially when the destroyer was about, I think, 3 kilometers away from me. So that's one of the issues with the New Mexico. New Mexico takes a lot of damage from torpedoes, so once the destroyer gets up close to the New Mexico, you're pretty much done if you don't execute the kill on the destroyer within the time limit before it drops its torpedo. And that's why New Mexico is heavily dependent on your cruisers or destroyers to defend you, escort you. And that's really the roles of cruisers and destroyers. There's gotta be at least one cruiser or destroyer out there escorting the New Mexico up close. Now, the fact that the New Mexico is heavily armored, has a lot of firepower up close, it will definitely beat the Fuso in most case scenario when it comes to close quarter engagement, if you know how to angle your armor. But, like I said, this ship is not potent when it comes to far distance engagement. You gotta get to the action yourself, and the combination of having a slow speed makes the ship really slow. And it comes down to philosophy. Are you a defensive player or an offensive player? Because the Fuso will completely outscale the New Mexico when it comes to offensive play. The New Mexico is way better at defending. So if you're playing a standard battle and you know for a fact that your New Mexico cannot reach across the map within time to do a full assault and take the enemy's base or flag, you might as well sit and wait for the enemy, because you can take much more pain. Actually, almost, if you angle your armor, twice as much more pain than the Fuso, which is kind of crazy, but that's only if you angle your armor. The problem with angling your armor is that you might lose half your firepower since your other two turrets are on the rear. So, like I said, in matchmaking, New Mexico can't really do everything by itself in most case scenario. It can't, like I said, the Fuso is slightly faster, and even if the Fuso was not able to get in position to engage the enemy, it also has the advantage of being 21 kilometers of range. And the turrets, the cannons, the shots at medium to far range, the Fuso I feel like is slightly more accurate than the New Mexico. Mainly because I actually run the fire control system that increases the accuracy on the Fuso. So it really comes down to what kind of player you are and how the match goes in your favor. In most case scenario, like I said, I get matches where cruisers don't escort me, or when I need to get in a position when I'm out of position, the Fuso is able to adapt and change its playstyle to fit that scenario. New Mexico, you're much more restricted to what you can do, okay? And that's the issue with the New Mexico. But like I said, the difference between the Fuso and New Mexico, my favoritism, is that a word? I'm not even sure that's a word, honestly. But I favor the Fuso more than New Mexico because it's able to adapt to situation. Now, in the ideal world, if the New Mexico was able to get some cruiser escorts, say for instance your friends are playing with you, then definitely the Fuso is more than capable to play some offensive play, especially when it's a Juggernaut, because it can definitely charge against enemy fire. So while you're soaking all the damage, your cruisers can get up close and personal, and once you get into range, then you can start shelling those enemies down. But to a certain extent, 5 to 10% of me preferring the Fuso over New Mexico simply because on average I can adapt with the Fuso more than the New Mexico. And the world's not ideal, like I said, it's not perfect. Aside from that, I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feeling of playing New Mexico. Like I said, both of these ships must have. They're definitely solid ships. I can take any one of these ships and play for any day. Anytime, any day, and I'll enjoy it to the full extent. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys next time on World of Warships.